Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. More Birthright here as we take a look at some of the new blood abilities, and you get quite a few in the Blood Enemies expansion here where we've been covering the different Anche, so actually quite a few as you can see there, and there's a way to incorporate those. So we're just going to take a look in this little mini-series here, one ability at a time, and a lot of these of course are going to be dealing with Azrai related blood, but we'll see what else is out there. First one is Bloodform. Can exist as a major or great ability. Derivation definitely from Azrai, and as it states right off the bat, this is the power that causes an Anche's form to shift towards its most corrupt state. From the character's perspective, he's achieving power that ultimately suits his nature, if not his aesthetic wishes. An uncontrolled power, Bloodform basically manifests whenever a character invested with both the blood of Azrai, a character invested with the blood of Azrai, and this ability taps their powers. Interesting to note too that it doesn't really exist for like any of the other bloodlines, right? You don't see like weird mutations of any of the other bloodlines into something maybe like more noble or good or anything like that. It's just really Azrai. In many ways, Bloodform is more than a curse. Is more a curse than an ability, but many Anche look at it as a mixed blessing. Initial changes are small but noticeable. For example, a human female with Azrai's bloodline is wounded, and she uses her regeneration ability. Her body heals over the wound with different skin, almost a scaled hide. Continued use of blood abilities brings these physical changes more to the forefront till they totally alter the creature, creating an Anche. For example, the human female could eventually become a Naga or some other suitably scaled creature of nightmares. Depending on the amount and frequency of powers used, as well as the character's bloodline strength, those transformations could take as little as 3 years or as many as centuries. When a character with the Bloodform ability receives any additional power through blood theft or other channels, there's a 75% chance that the new ability will manifest as a physical change in the body, which allows either a new attack like claws, beaks, etc., new defense, different types of like armored or scaled skin, maybe a new physical ability entirely, so like Gorgon being able to paralyze, or the vampire taking mist form, etc. The ultimate transformation of a character to Anche status should be carefully planned by the DM, so there's a logical progression of the creature's form, attack and defense modes, and the final powers based on the character's personality and nature. If this is a player character, discussions with the DM on the player character's drives and goals can help divine how the PC's blood form will manifest. That's a cool ability in and of itself, right? So it gives the DM the ability to create new Anche, perhaps just as a result of the campaign, but also, just how potentially bad a player getting infected with Azrai's bloodline or even having it would affect them. But yeah, maybe like the party does kill an Anche, for example, an existing one, or we see it all the time in the lore so far, or just another human or humanoid with that that bloodline, and then eventually somehow they draw that ability into their own, or just gain blood abilities for the first time, but it's Azrai, and then how that can, progressively, maybe subtly at first, affect them, kind of like they mentioned with the regeneration thing here, but then, continued use of it will start to have more profound effects. And, what a turn of events that would be for, the party starting out and getting, levels, powers, all that stuff, but then, somebody who was like crucial to the party since the start, suddenly starts turning into maybe some sort of monster, and maybe ultimately sliding towards evil. So plenty of fun abilities here, and again creates a nice little sandbox for the DM to play in as far as coming up with, again, new adversaries, but also internal conflicts that could happen within the party. Someone that maybe starts out as an ally, eventually maybe turns into, not through their necessarily want, but just uncontrolled manifestations of their bloodline power here into something evil. So lots and lots of possibilities here, and just kind of keeps ultimately like things completely open for the DM should they want to incorporate something like that, some sort of affliction onto the players. But also, again, just plenty of new opportunities for other monsters. There's a ton in this book, but there's also a lot more that could be come up with. So all in all, cool new ability, Bloodform. Let us know if you guys have incorporated in your campaigns how that's gone, and be sure to comment, like and subscribe as well, guys. But also, if you want to support the channel, hit us up on Patreon. We have plenty of cool content on there. If you want to see Birthright videos about a week early on average, you got that there. Also unique content for Birthright, but also other D&D settings and more. So all the support does help the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks so much for watching.